In this video, I'm going to do a quick market update. This is the first week of December 2020. There is quite a few pairs I'm going to go over in this video, some stuff that could develop over the next week or so. So I'm going to go pretty quick. If y'all have any questions, just post them in the comments below and I will try to get to it in a timely manner to answer your questions because, like I said, this is going to be pretty quick and I'm covering over 10 pairs. So starting off, this is Australian dollar, US dollar. All these pairs is going to be set up with these three time frames. I've got the monthly on the top left, the daily on the bottom, and the weekly on the top right. So this is pretty simple. It has been in this small range since September, and it's coming up and looks like it's breaking above this 0.73, 0.74 level. So just seeing what price is going to do here, it could break down and come back to this level around 0.70, which has been a strong level for the Aussie US dollar pair in the past. Next pair is Euro US dollar. If you watch my videos, I cover this in a lot of the market updates. This range has been forming and it has broken out above it to form this higher high on the daily. So we could be seeing a change in momentum to the upside for some time. What I'm looking for is a pullback down to this area and a retest, basically a break and retest out of this range. So pull back to this 1.19 area to take it long. If this continues going up and has some nice deceleration, you could play this down for a short, just depending on how it looks on the lower time frames at the time of that deceleration. Next pair is pound Swiss. This pair I was watching because it has been in this range for some time and it is already broken down, but over the next week or so, because of this momentum, it could come down and retest this 1.770 area and it could stay in this range. It could break out of it and retest for a trade playing that type of scenario as well, but just keep an eye on it. This one is not as strong as some of the other pairs. Next pair is New Zealand CAD, and it is approaching a interesting level up here. It has been in a bullish move for quite some time. It's looking really overextended, and it's decelerating nicely. The only problem with taking it short right here is there's nothing. This is the closest line up here at 0.92, and even it is. Let me enlarge this weekly, and you can see it's a little higher up here, this 0.92 area, and the price has not gotten up to this area yet, and so it could just keep going up depending on what the lower time frames look like. I'll go down to the lower time frames just on this one real quick because the trend line, as you can see on this lower time frame, is really nice. Really smooth deceleration, and it looks like it's breaking down right now. So again, on this one, I really like the overextended, and I would like to see it come back. I would like to see it short. and play it down to this area to form a new higher low and take it long. But again, just being careful to make sure it gets up to this 0.92 level. But the lower time frames are looking really good. So next pair is US dollar Swiss, and this one has been in this range for quite some time. And if y'all are familiar with the US dollar Swiss and the Euro US dollar, they are inversely related. So I'll go back and show you this Euro dollar that I just covered. We were talking about this range that it broke out of, and I was looking for a retest of this level, so a break and retest. Well, this, if you look at the US dollar Swiss, it is the exact opposite. So it has been falling down, got in this range, and broke it to the downside. So same thing on this, just looking for a break and a retest of this level around 0.90. And again, just like Euro US dollar, if this keeps falling, I would look for a long to come back to this. It just depends on what price is doing at that time, if it decelerates nice, if it's hitting some structure, and what the lower time frames are doing. Next pair, like I said, guys, we're going to go over quite a few pairs here. There's a lot of good stuff developing. So I'm moving quick. If y'all have any questions, just post it down below, and I will try to be more thorough in the comments if you have specific questions. EuroCAD, another range play. It just needs to come up to this level and retest it better and have some nice patterns on the lower time frame. So just watching out for this. Nothing exciting right now, but there is definitely a small range at play. New Zealand US dollar is one that is very similar to New Zealand CAD, and I'm sorry, I'm not doing these in order. These should have been done together, but New Zealand dollar CAD that I just showed you, it's been overextended. The New Zealand dollar US dollar has been doing the same thing, so it's overextended. I would like to take it short after it decelerates and breaks out of this smooth trend line. Let me go down to the lower time frames real quick on New Zealand US dollar, so you can see what I'm talking about. Same trend line like New Zealand CAD on these lower time frames, looking really nice, and just waiting for a break and a retest to take it short. Word of caution on this one, just like New Zealand dollar CAD, is there's not a lot of good structure up here. There's not a good horizontal support and resistance line. There could be one around the 0.705, but it is not an extreme level. So almost in the middle of this range is the level where it would be rejecting. So I would like to take it short, but if I miss that trade and it does come down, definitely looking for a long to continue this uptrend it's been in. And this would be a good level to take it long off of if it pulls back, meeting this 50 MA and this nice level right here around 0.69. Or excuse me, it's a little lower, 0.688, 689. So moving on, pound US dollar, another range play, good level. Just looking to see what it does right here. Are we going to break out and retest and look for a long, or are we going to look for some deceleration and take it short? Next pair, Euro Kiwi or Euro New Zealand dollar. This one has already broken out of this small range and is coming back to form another lower high and meet this level at 0.172 and this 50 MA, which hasn't really been respected, but it will be there around this time. So just seeing what it does over the next few days. A lot of these could be pretty close to trades, or they could take some time to develop. So just seeing what happens right here for a short. 3 more, guys. So Euro Yen, another just at a good level, good historical level. It's overextended. Let's see if we can get some deceleration and take it short. It had been stuck in this range, and now it's forming a higher high. And if we can play this short, if we miss that and it forms a higher low, take it long for a continuation of this new trend that it could be forming. Kiwi Swiss, this one is forming a new higher high. This is a very strong trend line. This and the next pair that I'm going to look at, Kiwi Yen, are very similar, but very strong trend lines, even on the monthly. Strong trend lines that they are breaking out of and forming these new higher highs, could be forming a nice new trend to the upside. So on these, the short is probably already missed. Let's go look at the lower time frame, see what it was doing. So really, these, if you would like to take this short and play this, it's really happening right now. It's breaking down on these lower time frames and could come back for a retest pretty soon. There's not a super great level to take this short from. What I'm waiting for is if it does pull back down and retest this level that it broke out of, taking these long from these levels. That's what I'm really waiting for to get some good risk reward. So this is Kiwi Swiss and this is Kiwi Yen, very similar. Strong trend line on the monthly and the weekly, and on the daily here it is broken this trend line, broken this horizontal support and resistance level, and needs a pullback. It has been bullish for quite some time, a good solid month, and needs a pullback. So you could be playing this short. Right here, it's a little bit above. There's not really a good level to take it short from, but if the lower time frames are breaking down and forming nice patterns to take this short, and that's how you trade, I do think these need a pullback. What I'm waiting for is it to pull back and retest and form another higher low to take it long, because you can see on this monthly and this weekly, these trend lines were very, very strong, and whenever this does pull back, I'm going to need to see some good deceleration before I take it long, because it could break through this level and come back and retest this trend line before you can take it long, because of how strong those trend lines are on the monthly and the weekly, those higher time frame trend lines. It could just pull back through this 0.72 or 71.8 ish level. It could just pull back through that to come and retest this strong trend line. So lots of interesting stuff going on in the market. After last month, the election month in November 2020, I was pretty conservative, and there weren't a whole lot of clean setups, in my opinion, that I took advantage of. So stuff lining up for December. Hopefully, it's a good month to finish out the year. And again, if you have any questions on the stuff that I covered, since I ran through them super fast, just comment below and I will try to answer them as clearly as possible. Thanks.